We too often fail to appreciate people who make extraordinary contributions to our sport. The agent of change recognizes individuals and organizations who are making positive changes in our world, not only our surf world, but the entire world. Tonight, the recipient is one of Hawaii's own, fighting for a battle that is uniquely Hawaiian, but has global implications.
You know, you got to kind of be ready to die for the cause. All kinds of countries, people who go against them end up dead, murdered, poisoned. I'm ready to die for my kids' future and the future of my island. Nothing's more important than the future of Kauai and our culture.
GMOs are created by using a process called genetic engineering, which uses a laboratory technique to take a gene from one species and force it into the DNA of another species.
We're like a test tube for the biggest chemical companies in the world.
Hawaii is the most isolated landmass in the world. If there was ever a problem with these experimental high-risk crops, they would be contained in a smaller geographic area.
They're spraying 6 times more poison per acre on Kauai than anywhere else in the country.
Actually, 67% of the year, these crops are sprayed on an almost daily basis.
It's such a threat to our natural resources and to our health. It's already in our drinking water, it's in our soil. We all need to come together and do something.
You know, there's a big difference between a lot of these people who are testifying against this bill and the ones who are for it. Us who are for this bill are not paid to be here. We're here out of love for the future of our aina, the future of our keiki, the future of everything we love.
The public health risks and the risks to our natural environment are huge. There are no long-term studies of effects that these GMO crops have on the environment.
When I had my son, really started learning about the details of what they're doing on our island, what kind of food we wanted to feed our kids. And once I knew the information I knew, there's no way I could just sit around and do nothing.
These companies won't be here forever. They're going to use up the land until they can no longer grow, and then they will leave. You know, the burden will be on the people that live here in the islands.
Their whole objective is profit, 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 and it's a conflict of interest because mentality here in Hawaii is aloha aina. It's just a simple way of life. Respect and love the land, and it'll respect and love you back.
You don't need to look any further than the native Hawaiian ahupua'a system, which actually grows more food in less space without using any pesticides or chemicals.
The biggest challenge with the fight is definitely the money that these corporations have. We're on the streets and we're going door to door and we're doing what we got to do, and they got billions and billions of dollars. They have commercials, they have ads in the newspaper. They're really good at killing the momentum with their money.
If the local surf community became involved in this issue, the awareness would grow by leaps and bounds.
The surf community should care about this because everything that goes on in the mountains, goes on in the land, all ends up in the ocean. As surfers, we're so close to Mother Nature, it's our responsibility to give back. We just need to come together and unite as a peaceful army. Last year I walked around with a sign on the beach at the Pipeline Masters, and within like 6 months I had thousands of people marching with me. Get all these surfers to start doing this, and surfers could be the ones who change the whole world.
We come together today to make enough noise for them to hear us around the world. This is the beginning of the end of GMO.
Please welcome to the stage Dustin Barca and Mary Lax from Hawaii Seed.
Well, we at Hawaii Seed would like to thank Surfer Magazine for recognizing Dustin Barca and Ohana o Kauai for their incredible efforts this year. Dustin has not only galvanized the surfing community, he has worked on every single island across the strait, inspiring people to help protect these precious islands and resources, especially for future generations. We're very, very excited to be accepting this award. Mahalo.
It's been a pleasure working with this man, and I'm not part of the surfing world. I represent the community, and Hawaii has been really good to the surfing world. And it's in the Hawaiian community, the more you give, the more you get. So this man is the epitome, as far as I'm concerned, of what this award is all about. So I flew all the way from Molokai just to make sure I'm here to congratulate this guy. And he's setting an example for all of you and raising the bar for all of you on how you can give back to Hawaii.
Oh, aloha everybody. I always thought hopefully I'd get one of these for surfing, but this might be better, I don't know. I want to thank these guys, and you know, Uncle Walter is a legend in Hawaii for standing up for what is right, yeah, and pleasure to have him here. I didn't even know he was here till he came on stage, really. Mahalo, Uncle. He saved Kaho'olawe with a number of other people, but just like we do, you know, I kind of give credit to myself because it's such a group effort, yeah, for what we're doing for Hawaii, and I mean, especially Kauai for me because it's close to home, yeah. But you know, the largest chemical corporations in the world are using Hawaii as a test grounds, yeah, for new GMO seed crops. Especially Kauai and Haleiwa. Haleiwa is the closest to all of us, yeah, because we all get everything from the North Shore, all of us here. You know, the North Shore gives us everything we have. I wouldn't be nobody without the North Shore. And, you know, it's our time to give back because Haleiwa Wailua is being used as a chemical test lab by the largest chemical corporations in the world. So it's time to step up and fight for the North Shore. I want to tell everybody in this room, we're putting on a march on December 15th in Haleiwa. We want to save Haleiwa, we want to save Wailua, we want to save the North Shore. So if you ain't busy that day, I don't know what's too much more important, but please show up, 12 o'clock noon. December 15th, Haleiwa, be there. Be the change. Let's go.